So in today's video, folks, we're going to go over a Battlefield 6 dilemma I have, and it's a problem that I think could persist in the future, and that's why I want to make it be known now. And I probably, unless they fix, do the changes I want, or the battle pass doesn't look like this, I probably, by probably I mean I won't be buying it. And the reason for that is simple. I don't want this to get worse, and I don't want this to become the norm. I think everybody knows that this game doesn't need to be like Fortnite. It doesn't need to have skins that are overly colorful for no fuck off reason. They need to look realistic. They need to look like you're in combat. Why? Because it's Battlefield. It's Battlefield. That's the whole point. There's so many cool cosmetics they could do in Battlefield that don't include overly overly saturized cosmetics, right? And certain skins, I'm not even saying all of them, I'm saying certain skins, and this is a stance we have to take, right? If we don't want this to occur, because again, if we buy into this, they're just going to keep upping it. So we need to take the stance now, make it clear from the start, and they may try this again later down the line, like in a couple battle passes, and we need to take the same stance until they really understand the message. But I'm not the biggest fan of the battle pass leaks. Again, these are just leaks. If the battle pass isn't like this, I'm fine with it. But if it comes out like the leaks are showing, and again, these leaks look credible, I'm going to have a problem with this game. Again, let me say that again. If the skins are this colorful upon release, I'm going to have a problem. And again, I'm not opposed to certain colors like blue. It has to make sense though, right? So if a guy's repping blue digicam, first of all, the color and the saturation of the blue has to make sense, right? Because the whole point of blue digicam is being non-existent in the ocean. Another thing I think that needs to be said is, for example, you could have different skins, and there are so many skins ideas for real world combat that you don't need to even have these colorized skins. You could have an SAS skin. You would, like, give me an assault guy on NATO, okay, that doesn't look like a total dweeb, that doesn't look like a total twat. Okay, I can't be the only guy thinking about this, and I'm sure there's another class like this in the faction, in one of the factions. I'm not thinking of it right now, but I just want a skin that doesn't look like a total twat. Okay, I want him to look cool. I want him to look badass. Again, there's so many different skins that they could do. Like, they could do all the special forces from around the world. They could do separate different unique forces during certain combats, again, where they could derive this inspiration from, the skin making inspiration from, but instead they want to colorize. Honestly, if you're wearing bright orange on your chest plate in real combat, you're going to get lit the fuck up. Nobody would do that. And I'm not the biggest fan of even black and gray digicam, unless the guy's supposed to be some spec ops dude who operates only at night. Because again, black and gray sticks out like a sore thumb in nature. I don't think I'm just going to say this, I don't think any of them have ever went hunting before. Because if you wear solid black hunting, okay, I guarantee you that the deer is spotting you and you're not getting anywhere close to it. You want to know why? Because solid black is never seen, not once, in nature, and so it looks very unnatural to the deer, and that's why. And hence why very rarely do you ever see somebody actually rep that, unless it's like for sure just a night raid. And at that point, why not just wear a dark green digicam or Flecthorn, because you're going to get the same effect anyway. It's so dark outside. And if it happens to become light outside, well, you're already camouflaged. You're not sticking out like a sore thumb. Anyway, that's a side rant. But again, I want to reiterate this and drive this point through, because I saw this and I'm like, what the fuck is even this? And I don't even know if I'm on with the battle pass. Like, I know they're going to make cosmetics. I know that's going to be a thing. I don't know if I'm with it yet, but I don't know if I even like that idea, but if they're going to do it, this cannot be how they do it. Another thing I want to talk about, because I do want to give them some credit, I am happy they're adding another armored light vehicle that seems to be like an in between the Hummer or the Humvee that we have now, the little dune buggy with the MG on top, and the armored Bradley that we get, or the IFV, I think it's called, the infantry vehicle, a fighting vehicle. That, I mean, the in between, an in between that is what I suggested in my last video, and it looks like they're adding it, and they're adding it a little in a better way than even I said, because I was not even gonna have an MG on top. I was just gonna say armored car. But this thing looks like it has a light machine gun on top, or not a light machine gun, a heavy machine gun on top, which looks really cool, and a light machine gun. And it looks really sick. It looks really badass. So I'm gonna give them their credit there. But I do think that what I said earlier in the video regarding skins, regarding the battle pass, they need to keep it grounded to Battlefield. This is not COD. I don't think people understand it. I don't think they're getting it. I don't think it's clicking for them. This is not COD. It's Battlefield. We like to keep shit grounded here. Okay. If you come over the Battlefield, you have to put up with the idea that you can't run around as a Apple Fistberry skin. So that's just what I'm going to say on that. Again, I think there's some really sick things coming down the line. I like the looks of a lot of things. I hope they do add a bigger air vehicle, like a C-130, as I said before, a mega large map. That'd be lit. And I'd be down to play that. The two maps that look or appear to be releasing, I'm excited for. I'm psyched about playing that. I've also psyched about playing the Battle Royale. But again, I want it to be Battlefield inspired. I don't want it to feel like Warzone. I want it to be Battlefield flavored. Again, I wanted to play like old Firestorm. And I'm kind of freaky for saying that, but I think it's true. I liked how tactical you had to be in old Battlefield Firestorm, and how hard it was to win, how you had to position yourselves. Positioning was the most important thing, because if you got caught out of position, you were basically dead. And I really liked how that played. So really made you play with your squad, and not rely on your aim as much as your brain. So anyway, with that, y'all, hope y'all have a great day. Hope you play some games with your boys today. It is the weekend. And as always, folks, I hope you junk it out.